Hey everybody, it's Gus from Askewed Reviews. And today is Saturday, so you know what that means. It's a new episode of Cinema Society Saturday. And for those of you who don't know what that is, me and a bunch of other people who love horror movies have gotten together, and what we do is we are randomly given a theme. We then partner up and give our partner a movie that fits within that theme. So today's theme was remakes. And I was partnered up with Jess. And if you're not already following her, please go and do so either right now and come back to this or right after watching this video. Now, the movie that she gave for me to review is the 2003 remake, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, this film was directed by Marcus Nispel. So when it comes to this remake, I do enjoy this one. I don't think it's amazing. I at times feel that House of a Thousand Corpses is almost a better love letter to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre than this one is. Now, the original movie that this one is based off of was technically based off of true events. So this one is technically based off of true events. So here's the concept for this film. We have a bunch of friends who are heading on their way to a rock concert. And on their way there, they end up picking up this hitchhiker as she seems really out of it and as if something's wrong. She begins to talk in very cryptic phrasing, and eventually, once she realizes where she's going to, completely starts to freak out and even takes herself out. So now our group of friends is freaking out and not sure what to do. They eventually are able to get a hold of the local law enforcement and some of the weird townies around the area. Now, unfortunately for this group of friends, everyone here seems to be in on some sort of secret and they end up getting involved. I won't say much more than that. You can probably put the pieces together, but it is worth a watch if you haven't seen it before. When it comes to the characters in this film, the Hewitts, I thought most of those were pretty good, especially Arlie Ermy. But a lot of the main character friends, I didn't really care much about what happened to them as we didn't really get to connect with them. I'll be honest, I tend to like more of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies where we get to really know the characters. One other thing that drove me crazy is it wasn't Jessica Biel's acting, but it was her character. Because every time she makes a suggestion, it's always the worst decision. And for some reason, some of the people keep listening to her. So while I do enjoy this one, I feel like the atmosphere and the creepiness and like the brutality wasn't enough to make this as good as it possibly could have been. So on my scale, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. Now, of course, as I mentioned, and if you haven't already gone and done so, definitely go and follow Jess. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Definitely keep an eye out as next week we're going to have something interesting, especially if you enjoyed this week. Additionally, if you want to check out what everyone else in the group has put out for their videos, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.